Hello guys, today in this tutorial, in this live stream, we will basically build a very fun little project which allows you to guys basically share the files with peer-to-peer network. So peer-to-peer simply means that guys, two browsers will be automatically connected with each other, and you don't need any sort of server. You can exchange files with one another. This is the live demo of the application what we will be building here. I have deployed this on Heroku.com. You'll see that herokuapp.com. So we will be building this inside React.js and Node.js and Express. So it's a peer-to-peer file transfer kind of an application. So when you launch on this application, when you go to the home page guys, you will see a basic button out there. So we will use the concept of socket.io guys, WebRTC protocol. Socket.io, it's basically a library which simplifies the process of implementing WebRTC. So socket.io, you can see we are using this library, which is a Node.js library, JavaScript library. It's a framework, complete framework. And with the help of this library guys, we will connect the two browser windows. Let me take an example here. Let me copy this URL. Let me open this inside incognito window. So if I paste this address on my application guys, you will see that this is the peer-to-peer file transfer, and basically we have a button out there which is create room. Let me copy this link here and open this inside another tab. Let me open another window. So again copy the same link and you will see that. So now there are two windows out there guys, which is peer-to-peer file transfer. And now when I hit this button right here, create room. So basically what will happen right here, it will create a room for you. You will see waiting for the peer to join here. So this nice little animation will take place. We are using some Bootstrap for styling purposes, for showing the spinner and the button, and automatically it will create this random room ID for you guys. So simply copy to clipboard. You need to share this link with your friends globally across the internet. You can share it on WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter. So anyone who basically joins with this link. So let's suppose I copy this link and open this link inside the second browser window. This browser window can be anything, anywhere inside the world. I am testing it so that I am testing it on the same computer. So if I paste this, you will now see guys, it will automatically connect here. You will see now these two clients are connected with each other. Now basically automatically they are showing this connected with peer. Now you can share or transfer files. So now guys, you can share any sort of image file, any sort of programming file, JavaScript file, Python file. The restriction is that you can't, I think I have tested this myself with this specific application, you can't send videos. Videos can't be sent. You can send images, you can send any sort of files, text files, Python files, JavaScript file, any programming files. Let me just choose a image file. Let's suppose I choose this PNG file, and as I click the send file button guys, you will see basically you have received a file, would you like to download? Automatically you will see that automatically it detected when I click the send button, this file has traveled across the second browser window, and the second one, it will get a message here, you have received a file, would you like to download? Now if I click the yes button guys, you will now see basically this file will be downloaded. Let me just write here, just see here. So as I click the yes button guys, you will see automatically this file will be downloaded. If I now see, go to my downloads tab, you will see the image has been downloaded. So what I need to do here is that, let me show you again, this copy to clipboard. Let me just paste it here. So now these two files, two clients have been connected. If I basically send this file, click on this, you will see you have received a file, would you like to download? You can see automatically your image file has been downloaded, and now you can see that. So with this help of this application guys, you can basically peer-to-peer connect it. So only two peers can be connected at a time guys. So let's suppose you are basically, if a third person wanted to join this, they will get a error message here. So if I try to paste it for the third time, you will see automatically room is full. So this alert message will be saying to us that room is full, you can't join. already two people have already joined in, so these two peers are already connected with each other. So now you can exchange any sort of image file, guys. You can click on send file, and now you will see you have received a file. Would you would like to download the file? Click on yes. You will see that your image file has been downloaded. So same, you can do this with any sort of thing here. You can see, you can select this file, click on send. You have received a file. Would you like to download? Click on yes. You will see that. So all the source code, guys, of this application is given in the description of the video. You can check out the source code. I have given all the source code. So I will now start building this application from scratch, guys. So if you are liking the stuff that we are building right here, so please hit that like button, subscribe the channel as well. So now what we need to do, guys, we will simply close all that tab here. Let me just close this also and start from scratch. So first of all, guys, what we will do here is that we will basically make a new directory. I will go into my D directory, go to the projects directory, and here, guys, what we need to do is that we will make a new directory which is peer-to-peer project. I will cd into this, and I will open this inside my Visual Studio Code text editor, guys. You will see. Now first of all, we need to initialize the package.json file, guys, which will be the Node.js server, and here we need to install Express, and here we need to install socket.io. So these two dependencies we need to install, guys, Express and socket.io. So simply install these two dependencies, and in the meantime we can make the index.js file. That's all. And right here, guys, we need to make our server side code, and also we will initialize the React.js application as well. So it is saying that let me see, no such file or directory. Let me just install that. You can see the packages have been installed, guys. In the package.json file we have the Express, we have the socket.io. Now we need to simply, guys, inside this we need to simply initialize our React.js client as well. So for this we will use basically the Vite module bundler, guys. Vite makes it very much easy. It's a alternative to Webpack. So if you just type Vite, so it's a next generation front-end tooling. So we will use this environment for developing our React.js. We will simply say that Vite underscore and then followed by the name of, let me say, peer-to-peer. So this will create the React.js project, guys. You need to select your, let me just again initialize this. So we need to select React and JavaScript, and now we will simply say cd P2P, and then we will install these dependencies. So here you will see this is our client folder, and here now inside the client here, React.js application, guys, we need to install a lot of dependencies. Let me show you step by step which of the dependencies we are using here. So first of all, we will use basically React-Bootstrap, guys. Basically it makes it very much easy to use Bootstrap inside your React.js application. We also need to install Bootstrap as well, and then, guys, we need to install Simple Peer. Simple Peer is basically a package, guys, which makes it very much easy to connect two clients with each other. So if you go to npmjs.com, you will find this package which is there, simple-peer. This is basically, I think, the package. Let me correct the spelling. So Simple Peer, this is basically the package, guys. One-to-one WebRTC video, voice and data channel. So you can see 46,000 weekly downloads are there. So it's a very good package. And after this, guys, we also need to install UUID, which makes it easy to generate the random IDs. In this case specifically, we will use this package to generate the random room ID, and then we will install the socket.io client, guys. Socket.io -client for specifically our React.js application. We will also need React router DOM, guys. So React router DOM. And lastly, we will need the buffer dependency. And one other dependency we are missing, guys, stream saver. So these dependencies are needed: React Bootstrap, Bootstrap Simple Peer, UUID, Socket.io client, React Router DOM, buffer and stream saver. Simply enter it, and now this will install it one by one. Stream saver, guys, basically if you type here, stream saver is a dependency which is a package here. It basically writes the files to the stream asynchronously. This is the stream saver.js library, 26,000 weekly downloads. So we will need this library also. So now this will install this. You can see already it has installed it. Now we can start our server, npm run dev. So it has started our React.js server, guys, on localhost 5173. This is the application. You will see that, guys. This is our React.js application. Now we need to start our basically our application. So we can here open another window. So now you will simply say nodemon index.js. So this will start our application. So now we will basically write the code, guys, for this. So here we will start our Express server. So we will simply require it, and then we will simply require the HTTP module as well. And then we initialize a new Express app, guys, and we will also need the path module as well. And here, guys, we will initialize a new HTTP server. We will make use of HTTP package create server, and here we will pass the app reference. And then here after this we will basically require the socket.io library as well. So we will require the socket.io library, and we will initialize a new socket, guys, package, which is we will pass the server here like this, which we have initialized. After this we will simply start the server, guys, server.listen, and we will be listening on port 5000. We can add a simple console log that app is listening on port 5000. This is a very basic how to include your socket.io library. We have written this code here. So the logic is very simple, guys. In order to store all our users, we will basically hold a object which will be empty by default, users. You can also store this information inside the database as well, and one other object which will be socket to room, which will be also an object. And now, guys, inside this IO, this is, as you all know, this is input output, and here we can listen for various events. So whenever the socket is connected, this event will automatically fire, which is connection event. We will get the actual socket which is connected, and basically we can listen for various events out there. Socket.on. So on, basically it's a method for listening out for various events out there. And similarly, guys, whenever the socket is disconnected, we have an event out there which is called as socket.on disconnected, like this. So these are the different events, guys. So for disconnect event, we can simply write here, whenever the socket disconnect, this is the event which will fire automatically. So now here basically inside our client library, guys, basically we need to go to app.jsx. We will delete all this code. We don't need this. We will simply delete this. We don't need the logo. That's all. And right here inside this, guys, we will basically import the browser router that we imported. Here we will have two files which will be, we will surround this using browser router. We will say browser router. And all these things we need to import right here at the top, guys, which is browser router, route, and switch. Sorry, this needs to be routes, and React router DOM. And here, guys, we will basically have the routes, and inside we will have various routes out there. And this route will be for the home route, guys. Basically, whenever you go to the home page, this will be exact, and the component will be component that you need to load. And here we will basically create a new component, guys, which will be create room. So whenever you go to the home page, guys, we will basically load this component. Let me just format this document. So we have a simple route, guys. Whenever you go to the home page, here we need to, inside our source directory, we will create a new folder which is routes, and inside this we will create a new route which is create room JSX, and this will be a functional component. And inside this functional component, guys, basically we will write the code for creating the room. So here we'll pass the props, and inside this, guys, we need the Bootstrap. So we need to import the Bootstrap right here at the top. We need the button and the container. So right here we will basically have the container, and inside the container, guys, we will basically have a simple button, and this button will be of create room. So we will simply have create room, and this button can also have a Bootstrap class which is btn danger for red color. We will also give it a class name of text center, which will make the process in the center position. So just grep from break tag, guys. So just we can basically have a h1 here which will be peer-to-peer file transfer, just the name of the application. Again, put some break tag. That's all. So now this component, guys, it doesn't do anything. We have this included inside this create room. So now if you go to the application, guys, if I now go to the application, if I refresh this application, nothing is displayed right here. Let me see. Create room is not defined. Oh sorry, we need to include this, guys, so that's why. So whenever we include this, we have imported that. So we will simply say create room. It is imported now. Okay, I think some mistake is there. If I say right here, this will be component, capital C will be there, I think. Now you will see that peer-to-peer file transfer, and we have a simple button out there. So now if I click this button right here, guys, I need to generate a random room ID, so that basically whenever user goes to the home page, whenever they click this button, we need to generate a random room ID so that they can connect with the client. So right here, guys, inside this component, we will basically bind a on-click listener to this button. So whenever you hit this, we will basically bind a on-click to this button, guys. So whenever you click this button, we will basically click execute this function which is create. So inside this function, guys, we will have this function create. And inside this, guys, basically we will do here create a random ID. For that we will import the UUID package. So this package is required, guys, so we just need to import this package which is version 1 as UUID from UUID. Just import this package and we are calling this, and after this, guys, we will say that props.history.push, and we will push this like this slash room slash the random ID. That's all. So now you will see that, guys, automatically if you press this button right here, if I refresh this application, cannot read properties of undefined reading push. Let me see what is the problem here. I think we just need to refresh it. Okay, guys, I think whenever you are calling this, we also need to define this route, guys, which is the second route, which automatically you need to go to app.jsx, and here you need to provide the second route inside our routing file. So we will define another route, guys, which will basically hold this path which is slash room slash colon room ID. So whatever room ID which will be generated, guys, we will need to generate a new component which will be actually room. So here we need to create a new file, guys, which is inside routes. We will make a new file which is room.jsx. This will also be a functional component. So right here inside this functional component, guys, basically uh, we will basically declare some variables right here. So we will get the room ID like this inside. Now to capture the room ID, you can say we have props is passed here. So we can say props.match.params.room ID. So this will basically, we can also print out this room ID here. So we can simply say right here, uh, if room ID is there, then we need to print out. So now you can see we are simply printing out the room ID inside our room component. So right here, we will need to simply go to, you will see room is not defined. So we need to define this room as well. So right here, this will get imported, you will see in routes folder. So now if we click this button, guys, just refresh. So it is saying that cannot read properties of undefined push. Let me just paste this code, guys, just wait. And I think let me just cross check the version number, guys, for UUID. I think UUID version is slightly different of my project. So let me just check the version number of the UUID package. So let me paste the same version numbers, guys. Let me copy that and paste it here. So I will also suggest you guys, you also pause the video and basically install the same version number. So let me just go to package.json and simply I need to paste the same version number that I need to install. So simply what I will do right here, paste it right here. So let me delete this. Let me delete that. So basically, you just need to pause the video and basically install these version numbers, guys, because this is compatible with my application whenever I originally developed it. So you need to copy this and basically install these version numbers. So what I will do is that I will simply npm i. So right here we can simply start our application once again. So we'll say npm i. So this will install these version numbers which are present inside the package.json file. So this will make the life little bit more easier. Sometimes with the latest versions, the latest technology, the application will not work. So that's why I am telling you, simply pause the video and basically write these version numbers and install them. So in the meantime, guys, please hit that like button, subscribe the channel as well. And if you have any sort of problem, you can ask in the comment section. So basically it is just installing it. I think it is taking some time, guys, so just wait. You can see it is installing it. So basically what I wanted to do here, I think why it is taking so much time. Let me just paste the original versions here. So what I will do right here, simply copy this, paste it here. We have our React outer is installed. React Bootstrap, buffer. Okay. Let me just remove these ones which are style component, UUID. Remove this, remove this, remove this, remove this. So yeah, so now let me just npmi. So now you can see that, guys, simple ps socket.io client stream saver UUID. So this will install these packages here. You will see that the version number is slightly different. So now it is installed. So after this, guys, we need to install these packages, which are remaining packages, which is buffer, and after this we need to install our bootstrap package. So let me just remove the bootstrap and buffer as well. And React Bootstrap is also not installed. So what we need to do, we also need to install React Bootstrap. So yeah, React Bootstrap we also need to install. So right here, just put a comma here. So paste it. So React Bootstrap, and also we need to install our Bootstrap. And then we also need to install our buffer. So also put here also. Copy this and paste it. So now if I again press the command, guys, which was npmi. So now we have the exact version number, guys. You can pause the video and basically you can have these version numbers that we are using for this specific library. So now you will not be getting error, guys, if I now refresh the application. If I now run npm run dev. So again, if you go to the application, if you go now, so what I will do is that here, basically, if I paste this code here, create room code, and for this we also need to create a new file, guys, which is room.jsx. And after we get this room ID, uh, let me paste the whole code here and then let me troubleshoot it. This is the whole code, guys. You will see that basically. use history. I think guys we also need to provide the same React router DOM, because in the latest version React router DOM this is not available. So what I will see, React router DOM 5.1.2. So you need to use this React router DOM. So go to package.json. Simply we will not use the latest version. Simply replace it with 5.1.2. So again if you go to the application npm I, so replace it with this version. So npm run dev. Yeah, in the 5.1 version guys, we don't have this routes here. So go to app.jsx, and here we need to replace here switch. So we have the switch one, so replace the switch, and right here just replace switch here. So just do it, and this component will also be small. So just make these changes, and so it is saying global is not defined, and okay, I think one file is remaining here. So here we need to say here inside index.html, inside public, we need to create a new file here which is called as worker.js. I think that problem is there. If you go to room.jsx, because we are loading a file here which is worker.js. So if I paste it inside the same directory, worker.js, simply paste this code guys. So it is basically allowing you to download the file as an attachment whenever the two peer-to-peer clients have been connected. So this is basically this code here. So if you just refresh now, all the source code guys is given in the description of the video. So just make sure that you do that. I have also deployed this application on Heroku.com, so you will have this access. I think that application that I showed you is developed using Create React app. It is not developed using Vite. So that's why some errors is taking place. So what I will do is that I will open the same folder which was OAuth2. This is basically the project structure guys, if I show you. So here this is a server file guys, basically server.js. This is a backend server. So here basically we are generating this connection. So whenever the user is joining a particular room, this room ID will be there. We are basically storing the room ID inside this length variable, and only the restriction is that only two members can join in the single room. So whenever this whenever the length becomes 2, we basically emit an event which is room full. So the room is full, no other people can join. So this is a logic that we are writing right here. So users room ID, we are pushing it, the socket.id, we are pushing it inside this array that users is an empty array. So users room ID. In the else block, we are storing the socket.id, and like this. So that's all guys. We are communicating the information back and forth from the client, this using this socket.io library that we installed here. And this is sending data and returning data guys. So this is used for sending the data in the form of payload, you will see, to all the clients which are user joined, and we are receiving the data. So whenever the user disconnect guys, we basically remove it from the socket.id, we remove it from the we remove the user from the room like this using this room.filter method, and we broadcast that the user has been left. And all these events guys which we are basically emitting out using this emit method, we are catching it inside the server side, which is in the client folder. If you go to this routes file, which is room.js, we are catching all these events. So basically this is all the code, guys, that you see right here. So you can go to the video description, you can get all this source code. This is a complete project that I developed. You will see H3, you have received a file, would you like to download the file? And we have this button right here, basically this button. So whenever you click this button right here, so whenever user sends the file right here, this event occurs, which is you have received a file, would you like to download the file? So we have this button right here, click on yes. So as soon as you click this button, guys, this image will be downloaded. So we invoke this method of download, which is inside this download method. What we do right here, guys, basically we make use of this web worker, which we created inside this file, public file. This is worker.js that we showed you this code. So basically here we are converting the blob to an stream object, and then we are downloading the blob and as an attachment. So right here inside this room.js, so we are stream and we are piping it like this. So whenever we select the file, we are doing this process. So this is all the source code, guys. This is the full project, file to file, peer to peer connection. I have also given the link of the demo as well. This is peer to peer library that we have. So thank you guys for watching this video, and if you want the full source code, you can go to the description, and I will be seeing you in the next live stream. Until then, thank you very much.